Hello everyone, welcome back to Logto tutorial. In today's video, we are going to show you how to integrate Logto with your Vue application using Logto official Vue SDK. Vue.js has become a really popular front-end framework these years. Logto Vue SDK is built on top of Vue 3 and utilizes the composable API feature. So without further ado, let's go check it out. First, let's create an empty Vue project using Vue CLI. You can also use any other boilerplates to get yourself started. Install the official Vue CLI first through npm. After installation, check your version number to make sure it is installed successfully. Enter the CLI command in your terminal, select the plugins you need, and we're going to choose TypeScript and Router for this demo. Wait for the CLI tool to complete the creation process. When it's done, start the project, copy the URL to your browser, and you should be able to see the welcome page with a giant Vue logo. Alright, looks good so far. Next, similar to our previous sessions, we're going to go to Logto console and create an application for our Vue project. Select the Applications tab on the left navbar and create a Vue app. In the pop-up guide, copy and paste the command to install Logto Vue SDK in your application. Then go to step 2. Let's copy the source code to inject Logto plugin to your Vue project. The endpoint address and your current app ID are already pre-populated in the code, so you can just copy and paste it to your IDE like a no-brainer. Next, we are going to implement the sign-in and sign-out buttons in your app, as well as a callback page. Go back to Guide and jump to Step 3. First, we need to configure the redirect URI. Our Vue application is currently running on HTTP localhost 8080, so let's fill in the URL and click Save. Second, let's copy the code down below to implement a sign-in button and a callback page. Create a sign-in component, paste the code here, and make sure you are calling sign-in method with the redirect URI as the parameter. Then create a callback page. Go back to the console, copy and paste the sample code. Earlier, when we initiate the Vue project, we selected the built-in router plugin to help deal with page navigations. So now we are going to router config and assign a router URL to our callback page. Update the callback page and use the router push function to navigate back to home page after a successful sign-in. Also, we are going to update the home page, import, and add the sign-in button. Now, let's start the project and see if it works. Oops, seems we have a little trouble here. By checking the error message, we can see it's actually caused by a missing Babel plugin. Since Logto uses private class methods in its JS Core SDK, we are going to need this Babel transform private method plugin to make it work. Simply install it as a dev dependency and add it to the Babel config file as plugins. After it's done, let's try to start the project again. Then let's go back to the browser and scroll the page to the bottom. We can also find the sign-in button there. Click it. Awesome, now you are navigated to the sign-in page. We're almost done. Let's go back to the guide, click Step 4. First, we also need to fill in the post-sign-out redirect URI. This address is the place you are navigated to after a successful sign-out. You can assign it to your home page, your sign-in page, or any other page that makes sense to you. In this tutorial, we are going to use the root URL to go back to home page. Then copy the code below to a new sign-out component. Import and add the sign-out button to the home page. Then we should be able to see it on the bottom of the page. And we are also going to conditionally show and hide the sign out button. Import the authenticated reactive from Vue's Logto composable. Add the condition to only show it when you're authenticated. Now, we're all set. The next step is to create a test user in Admin Console and try your sign in and sign out. We've already introduced this in our previous videos, so let's fast forward the process here. Now let's input the user account and password. And great, the sign-in works. Now the sign out button shows up. Let's try it. With a blink of an eye, we are now signed out. Impressive, isn't it? Now it's time to show you how to fetch user info from your app using Logto SDK methods. Similar to React, Vue SDK also provides the fetch user info method from the use Logto composable method. Simply call it in your component and iterate its response JSON object in a data table. And we're also going to add some basic CSS styles. Now, go back to the browser. Now we can see the user info has been fetched and displayed in the table. Add more scopes to Logto config in order to unlock more user info. Please also be noted that new scopes are applied after relogin. Finally, we are going to show you how to fetch access token. Logto Vue SDK also provides this useful method called getAccessToken. Call it in your component. And let's output the value to the page. There you go. That's our opaque access token. If you missed our previous session, the opaque token is issued when no API resource is specified and is used to fetch user info from user info endpoint. In OIDC protocol, in order to acquire a JWT format access token, we'll also need to create an API resource first. You can check out our previous session about integrating React SDK for more details. Since the steps are almost identical, we're going to fast forward it in this tutorial. Copy your API identifier from Logto console and configure it to Logto config as resources. Don't forget to also pass it as parameter when calling getAccessToken method. Finally, go back to your React app, sign out and sign in again. This time, we have a JWT format access token. You can check our documentation from the link below to learn the details on how to protect your API by validating the JWT tokens. Alright, that's pretty much everything we have for this Logto Vue.js tutorial. You can find the source code of both the Vue SDK and the Vue sample project from the links below. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tutorials and feature updates. See you next time.